Yo, it's Ecom Rebel. I'm back again. It's been a while since I did a video, but a lot of things been happening, so I've been super busy. But just thought I'd do a quick video, catch up, and just see what we are and which the state of the market and see what's happening. Alrighty, let's have a look at CoinMarketCap. So we've had a bit of a down day today. Now it's been probably a week or two since my last video, and we're at 6,700 for Bitcoin. Now at the moment it looks like Bitcoin is in a basically like a channel. It's not really doing too much. It's just basically going up and down. If we have a quick look at the chart right now, this is the on Bittrex BTC USDT. So we just have a look. This is on the 1-day chart. We're at 6,700. Essentially, we thought we could break out of this up in the 9,000, but essentially it's come all the way down to about 6, and that's where we are right now. If we have a look at the volume, as you can see, the volume is slowly decreasing. That's one thing to note. The actual, the average there. So at this period of time, obviously it was more, and slowly the volume is getting lower and lower. But you know what? Things are still happening. So that's the interesting thing. Technology is still coming out. They've got all the ICOs are starting to actually produce results with the products that they've been making for the last few months, since January and February. So that's been good. So this is where we are at right now. One thing's for sure, it's not going to stay at this level. It may continue to go back up and down in this channel. I'm not sure what's going to happen for it to break through this 12,000 mark, which was the last mark. We might see it go for a little bit longer, who knows. But this is where we're at the market at the moment. So we just got to deal with that. So let's have a quick look at the some of the news that we're seeing at the moment. Check out Cointelegraph. So we see Coinbase picking up former Twitter and Facebook communications experts. So that'll be interesting. Coinbase, they've definitely got some really good people working for them. They're very big, and they're going to be responsible for onboarding a lot of people. What else do we see? So nothing else jumping out at me here. We see a bit of news coming about the Lightning Network. We're seeing more people talking about that, and I think they're running the like they're testing out the network at the moment. So you see a few articles on that. And yeah, nothing too crazy with the news wise in terms of what's happening. So it's not all doom and gloom, and not all bad news or good news. It just seems to be just pretty sort of average news. I think people are getting along, just getting in and doing the work. So this is interesting, and basically this hasn't changed much since my last video. We haven't really seen too much happening in the market, and at the moment we've probably bottomed out a little bit. I think when I did the video a week or two ago, we were in this area here with a little bit of recovery. Thought maybe it would go to 7,000, but that hasn't happened, and we're at this level here. So at the moment there's a few ICOs still holding on to at the moment. We're going to wait for the market to recover before getting out of those positions, and we've seen basically a lot of these here go down half. So for example, ETH I think was at like 1,000, and it went down a fair bit. So for example, I do remember when Ethereum was roughly about 1,000, and now we're looking at $400. So significant drop there. Same with Bitcoin, down from 18, 20k sort of thing. So we've seen a fair bit of a drop, and with a lot of the ICOs, they're tied into to Ethereum. That's the main token they use. So when two things. One, they could be doing very well against Ethereum, and so a lot of the ones I got into were doing well against Ethereum, but Ethereum has dropped significantly compared to what it was previously. So if we have, I'll just have a quick look if I have that on Bittrex. I don't think I have ETH. I've got ETH BTC. I'll have a quick look at that one. So as you can see, Ethereum against Bitcoin has really been dropping since February. Okay, and it's picked up in the last few days, but that's where we're at the moment with Ethereum. So it's lost a lot of ground against Bitcoin. But we've seen, I'll go back to here, we've actually seen the dominance of Bitcoin go back up again. And I say that's a lot of that, people always revert back to what they know, and essentially when everything's been dumping, they want to get out of these coins where they can, they're losing high percentages on, so they're selling out of their positions and they're going back to Bitcoin. So we've seen basically since really middle of January, I'd say maybe the end of January, we've seen that basically right up to where we are now, about 45%. So we'll see what happens, whether that continues on upwards or more. I'm not sure, but definitely Bitcoin is regained a better balance, and I think it's a lot to do with people getting out of coins where they're losing a lot, because essentially when you go down the scale, right, you might have Bitcoin moving at 3%, for example. But as you get down here into 60, 70 on the ranking, you get some bigger swings like 14% or minus 18%. And this is what happens when you go further down. There's more volatility, and so a lot of people they've lost a lot more on these coins than they have on Bitcoin. And a lot of people have been selling out. They, maybe they don't think it's going to those coins are going to regain any, where they were before, and perhaps why a lot of people sold, and hence why a lot of people are going back into Bitcoin. Okay, so it's just an interesting thing to see, but we'll be interesting to see what happens when Bitcoin starts going again and starts seeing some more investors. So on, I think it was on Twitter. I have been seeing a lot of news come through on Twitter, basically getting most of my news from Twitter. It seems to be really good in terms of the news that you can get, like, and how up to date it is, because a lot of the other news sites, usually might be 24 hours behind or something like that. So we see a lot of Origin Trail, which is one of the ones I got into. It's been doing well. I think even though we had a bit of a dip there, it's still recovering quite well. So I just want to see if there was anything I wanted to cover. Yeah, Publica was one I got into. It's doing really well. They're actually developing the wrap a bit more, and it's coming along nicely. I've actually got that on my phone, been testing that out. So that's pretty cool. There was one which I was pretty excited about. Bitcoin Cash. That seems to be getting a lot of sort of things happening in that space with Bitcoin Cash, and they're developing it. Now there was one. I'll try and find it. I think I may have talked about it previously, but I've tested it out a little bit more, and it's called Cointext.io. I'll just see if it comes up in the feed. If it doesn't, that's okay. We'll go to the website. So Cointext.io. And essentially, Bitcoin Cash, and you don't even need the internet. You just use your phone. So what happens is you can get a regional number. So wherever you are, they're in certain areas that they are. These are the access numbers. Okay. So for example, I'm in Australia, so this is my access number, and these are the local currency symbols that you use. And then if you want instructions on how it works, essentially it's crypto. Sending, just using your SMS on your phone. So if you want to check your balance, you just send balance, and you send it to the that number, the regional number. And to receive funds, you just type the word receive, and then it will display your address on the screen. Okay, so it'll be good when they actually create. I think maybe in the next one they'll do something with they maybe to do some sort of code or something like that, where you can actually see the code as in the address just coming through like this. But I think that's more of a smartphone thing. You can send it. So if you want to send a value, let's say $1 to a phone number, you can do that, and then they will receive it. You can also send to another Bitcoin Cash address. So you'd put send, you put the dollar amount, space, and then you would paste in the actual Bitcoin Cash address. There's a few other commands there. If you're not sure, you just type help, and all you do is you're just SMSing to that regional number. I might do some videos on it, but it's really cool. I think they've got a video on some of the pages. Let's see if it's on the front page here. It might be on their let's have a look. I think it's on their Twitter feed. Announcements. Let's have a look. Coin text. So coin text, I think that's, yeah, this is a little video. You might want to check that one out. And this basically explains how it works, just using Bitcoin Cash, and you send and receive just using SMS on your phone. So it's pretty good, and I've definitely used it. The best part about it is it's really easy. You just send, choose your amount, and to fund it, you can actually get some free coin to get started, or you just send. You do the receive command, and once you have your address, then you use another wallet. Like for example, I got Exodus, and then I can send coin to that address. Okay, Bitcoin Cash to that address, and then I check the balance, and you can actually see the amount there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, you might want to check that out. Just see if you can actually use it in your country. I haven't tried sending it to different numbers overseas, and at the moment I think they're still in beta. I'm not 100% sure if they're out of beta yet, but it definitely works, and I haven't lost any coin from that. So that's pretty cool, and I think that was all I wanted to tell you about that one, but that was pretty cool. Alrighty, I think that was all I wanted to cover tonight. Just wanted to make a quick one just to let you know I'm still here and just been busy. We've been doing a lot with the, I've been doing the ICOs and stuff like that. We're working on basically generating passive income. And so that's something we've been working on, and we've got members going into system right now the last couple of weeks. That's been paying out, and I got my first payment yesterday, so that was really good, just to get that income just rolling, because once you've got income coming in, it just makes a difference. So with the ICOs, of course you had to flip them to get the income, and with this new system it's a little bit different to that. We don't have to flip ICOs or anything like that, and we've got that income coming in every week. So that's pretty exciting in the crypto space. So if you are a member, you can always check out. If you've got any questions, you can always send me a message. But if you are a member, you'll know about that already. If you're not, you won't. Simple as that. But yeah, so looking forward to telling you some more stuff in the coming days. I'll try and do some more videos soon. I had to stop doing the dailies. I've had major problems with internet. So I just can't even do the live streams at the moment. The internet's that bad. So we'll just make do with what we can. So until then, I will see you again soon. Okay, bye.